I'm with Shay.
And we're at Clothes Encounter in Ellsworth, ME. We started talking about your cats. One who is gone now, and one that you have that entertains himself beautifully,
Yep.
throwing the ball down the stairs, you said.
Dodger. He's pretty smart. We take him out on a harness. He walks out. He's like a little puppy. And he's Siberian breed, domestic cat. And he's just a beautiful cat. He has blue eyes. And I will tell him, like when we go do laundry down the cellar, he has to come with me. But I have to tell him, you got to come right up. Because if you don't, then you're not going down there again. And I say, okay. And he'll sniff around down the cellar. I'm like, okay, it's time to come up. Let's go up, up. And he goes right up them stairs. When we got him, he had an infection. I couldn't afford to get his eye done right away, but we saved up some money. And we ended up getting his eye fixed because he's got a little film. He was abused. He was in a box, and it was abused because our father used to throw up in the box, and that was the cat's food. So when I got him, he was so fat, and he couldn't even walk on his little paws. It was like he was dragging because he was so round. He got a little scared, because it was new and like, who are you, and stuff. My daughter goes, I don't know what to do. I said, well, give him to me. He was so nervous, but I kind of tucked him in, and I said, it's okay, honey boy. It's okay. And he fell right to sleep. And I think we bonded at that time. And that's how we got a little nickname, Honey Boy. And he's got all kinds of nicknames, though. When he hears the car, that door opens, and he's like right there at the door.
So that
and
says
I got to
a lot
watch
right
out
there.
he doesn't get
Right.
out, too. Because he
likes
does
that.
like to go out because he goes out in the harness. So he's like, he thinks he can just go out. But he's a beautiful cat. And I'm glad my daughter rescued him. And I'm glad that I have him now because, of course, kids grow up and I can't take the cat. I said, me and Dad are Dodger's mother and father. I said, we're keeping him. He's no longer yours. I think he's really good. I mean,
Yeah.
He gets combed every day. He's spoiled. He has his own little dish. And
How old is he?
He's 11 now.
He's still
So
a kid.
I've had him since he was a little baby. Actually, he ended up starting to bite, but not hard. It's a love bite, like they would do with the cat. And I'm going because he only has me and my husband. So he started doing that, and I was like, oh, wow.
And what about the one before?
Well,
you
that was
told me?
Claiborne.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was rescued too. And she was independent, which was fine. And once in a while she would, I think she was trying to tell Dodger I'm the one. So sometimes she would smack a little bit. And I would say, Claiborne, what are you doing? That's your brother. And she just kind of look at me and like, I'm going to do this anyway, But then sometimes she would rub on him and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's the way to treat him, Claiborne was a deep sleeper. So lots of times we thought, oh my goodness, she got out. And we would be screaming, there'd be before people, Claiborne, Claiborne, little girl, Claiborne. She did not wake up. So one instant, I was alone and I thought, oh my God, she got out. I didn't see her around. And I'm going, oh my goodness. And I had a little craft area and one of my straw hats had fallen. And I'm all around the whole house looking under the beds and all this stuff. And all of a sudden, I go back to the craft room. And when I went in, I had looked down and she was cuddled up in the hat.
Still sleeping?
She was still sleeping. So that was really, really cute.
Are you surprised that you're doing this, that you've taken in rescues?
No, my mother, we've always had animals and cats and dogs in the house.
And your mother had the same kind of
my
feeling
mother
for
always
them.
had love for animals.
But the other day when we were talking, just about your philosophy of life,
Hmm.
and perhaps that has a lot to do with what inspires you to open your heart in this way in your home. Do you want to say anything about that?
Well, I really have gone on a new journey as far as light and love, and be peaceful, and try to understand and try to give a good word to people. Um, I think I've always been like that. I taught my kids, if you go to school, you don't make in front of anybody. If you say one nice word or you talk to that person, you're going to change that person's life. And you need to do that. And they did do that during school. But I've always been like that. Paired people, I could be walking through the store and they just come up and hug me. And I love that. And that just shows me that's a gift from God, because they don't know a lot of things, but they do know the love. The parents go, "Oh my God." I said, "Don't you worry. If they want to ever come up to me and hug me, it's welcomed."
That is a gift. It's a kind of invisible gift that not everyone would notice or appreciate.
It happened to my daughter, Vanessa. And she's just walking around, and they came up, and she didn't know what to think of it because it was their first time. And she was like, she smiled and everything. I said, "Oh, wow, you should be proud of yourself." And I said, "Because God gave you a gift."
No. Thank you,
Because
Shay.
it's the love that comes out of you, Vanessa,
Yeah,
So
that's beautiful.
I
Thank
love
you.
it.
That's going to be in
I
here
look at it, I
too.
got my
You've
goosebumps
got your
going.
goosebumps.
Hi, I'm Maggie Davis. I make videos and podcasts on behalf of animals in need. Maggie, S as in Sam Davis at gmail.com, 207-266-7673. Recordings are made in person and long distance, in depth or on the spot. If you are an animal rescuer, fosterer, or adopter who is home to or has been home to animals formerly in need, be part of it, as private or as public as you want to be. The Open Wide the Door Smartphone Conversation Project. Your story matters.